You can't make this stuff up. Dion Sanders has only been at Colorado for a week, and he's already stealing 4- and 5-star recruits from big-time Power 5 schools. Ladies and gentlemen, what we like to call that, say it with me now, the Deion effect. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. It is happening. The Deion effect is in full effect. I, for one, know and understand the power that Coach Prime has, but for all of this to happen this early, he's only been there for about a week. It's ridiculous. Trust me, I get it. I know it seems like we've talked about Coach Prime a lot recently, and we've made a ton of Colorado videos, but we got to. There is literally something new going on with these guys every single day. And just like we've been saying on the channel, say it with me now, another day, another prime time video. I've gathered all of you here today, though, to speak about and talk about how Coach Prime has already stolen a 4-star running back. Whoa, hold on. That's not the only reason, and here's something that's flying under the radar nobody's talking about. He also got a 3-star wide receiver. I know this is going to sound cliche and corny when I say it, but this is bigger than what most people think. Of course, I expect all these Colorado fans and Deion fans to say, yeah, that's a pretty big achievement to pick up those guys, but it's even bigger than that. It's big for not one, not two, but multiple different reasons we got to go over in this video. What a weekend Coach Prime has had. This was his first weekend of recruiting in Colorado, and he's already landing guys left and right. We're going to talk all about that. That is the main topic. However, we also got to talk a little bit about Mississippi State's head coach. If you keep up with college football, you should know who this guy is, Mike Leach. If you haven't heard anything about him at this point, you got to be living under a rock. It's not so good, and he's currently in the hospital. This isn't flu-like symptoms or anything like that. It's critical condition type of stuff. I've been following this really closely, and from everything I've seen, it's not looking good. I hate to even say that, but I got to tell you the truth. We're going to talk a little bit about that as well. Y'all know how we do it around here. It's going to be a jam-packed video, but real quick, our goal is to hit 250,000 subscribers before Christmas. And as you can see on your screen, we completely crushed that, and there's still, what, 12 or 13 days left to go? First off, I just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers we've gained in the past week or two. Hope you're enjoying the content, and hope you continue to enjoy being a part of this community. Like I've said before, we're just a bunch of guys and girls that like football. Hands down, not even close, we get the best college football community in the world. So I did want to say real briefly, thank you to all the new members, and we're not going to stop there. Our new goal is 260K. We can't just not have a goal leading up to Christmas. That isn't right. Our new goal is 260K, and we're pretty close to it actually. So there's still a bunch of you watching and not subscribed, and new people coming to the channel every single day. If you like college football and want to be a part of our community, consider joining. All right. This intro's already been way too long. I apologize. Shut the crap up, Matt. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. I know. The intro is too long. I apologize. Get you a snack, get you some popcorn, get whatever you like to eat when you watch a video, because it's going to be a good one. Well, every video is a good one, but yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. Just get you a snack and enjoy it. All right, Matt, shut up. Get into it. First thing is first, I got to share the bad news with you. Look, I don't like talking about bad news. I want to talk about the good news, so that's why we're going to get the bad news out the way first, and we're going to get into the Deion stuff in just a second. Last night, it was being reported that Mike Leach, which is the current head coach for Mississippi State, he's just a college football icon at this point. Everybody loves the guy. He was being airlifted to the hospital. Nobody really knew what was going on. There wasn't any details being released. All we knew is that it wasn't too good. I gotta be honest, at first I didn't think it was a major deal because I never want to think of the worst case scenario, but then people were tweeting stuff out like this. Mike Leach's health situation is critical. Keep the coach and his family in your thoughts. And then apparently, and the reason I say apparently is because I don't know how true this is, a quote-unquote reliable source, he put this out there. From what I'm told, the next few hours are critical. Coach has a long road ahead of him. This situation is very, very serious. If you are the praying type, Coach Leach, his family, and the attending physicians could use your prayers. If you are not the praying type, then perhaps you can make an exception in these circumstances. This is not some fire drill or something that involves a cough. Coach needs your prayers, and he needs them right here and now. Look, I could easily come up here and try to act like I know something when I don't, but I'm just going to tell you the truth. I don't know what's going on. And the bottom line is, if anybody tells you differently, they're lying and they just want clicks and views. It's the same thing with Lane Kiffin going to Ole Miss. You got all these people on Twitter trying to be the first to quote-unquote break the news. I'm not going to do that. Until Mississippi State comes out and says something, Mike Leach himself or a verified source, I'm not really believing anything I see, and you shouldn't either. There's not too much more to say about it. Here's the latest update we got about 4 to 5 hours ago. And by the way, this is from the University of Mississippi State. Mississippi State University head football coach Mike Leach remains in critical condition. And literally, that is the only sentence I need to read to you because the rest of it is just asking for prayers and blah, 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 blah. I've made a couple phone calls in the past hours leading up to this video trying to get some information for you guys, and my sources, they have nothing. I literally know people that work for the Mississippi State football team, and they couldn't even tell me me a single thing. For those of you that are curious, though, because I know how you are, you're curious, and hey, I'm curious too. I want to know what's going on. The only rumor that I guess I would somewhat even consider believing is that they said it has something to do with stress. They said this could be stress related, or it could also be heart issues and problems. What's the phrase I'm looking for? Oh yeah, high blood pressure. That is the only rumor I would consider believing. And let me emphasize this once again. I'm not saying that's the reason. I'm just saying that's rumors going on. The only thing I'm going to say about this, and really it goes without being said, it's a sucky situation. I know we get our differences. We're all college football fans and we all hate each other during the season and yada, yada, yada. But this is when we got to come together. If you are the praying type, consider praying for Mike Leach, and I'll leave it at that for now. But finally, moving on to the main topic, the main encore, the main reason you clicked onto this video, we got to talk about prime time. Prime time, aka Coach Prime, aka Dion Sanders, whatever you want to call him. He's the man of the hour. Let me know in the comment section. It can't just be me. I'm eating this stuff up. And when I say this stuff, I'm talking about Coach Prime. I'm finding myself watching everything he does. I'm just keeping up with him 24/7 like a reality TV show. He's just so intriguing. He has this aura, this moxie, this swagger about him where you want to watch him. Anyways, continuing along here, we know this Deion hire is huge. I'm not finna sit up here and hype it up because I've done that enough. He's only been there for about a week and he has already changed the program, and yes, that's right, he has changed it, and I mean that 100%. I told you guys a story a couple days ago of how now recruits, they're looking at Colorado, and I'm not saying they're gonna flip commitments, but they're at least entertaining the idea. 2, 3, 4, 5 months ago, these 4- and 5-star recruits, they weren't even considering the slightest bit the idea of going to Colorado. Oh, but what do you know? Fast forward in time now, they got Deion. These 4- and 5-star recruits that I've even talked to myself, they're considering it. They didn't tell me they were going to flip, but a lot of them I talked to on the phone, they go, yeah, Matt, that's the difference because Deion's a player's coach and I would like to play for him. He's building something special, and that's what it's about. I know everybody's going to bring up, oh, well, why would any 4- or 5-star recruit want to go to Colorado, Matt? They went 1-11 last year. Well, my friend, that's a great question because I don't think they're going to turn around in one season. But like you said in that statement, that was last year. Do I have big enough balls to say that Deion is going to lead Colorado to the playoff next season? Absolutely not. But here's what I will say. I can promise you, I can guarantee you, they're going to have a better season than 1-11. I'm willing to put my house on the line that they're going to at least go 2-10. But like I've said time after time after time with the Tennessee job, with the Auburn job, it's not necessarily so much about winning and losing games. Yes, at the end of the day, you want to win these games, but the real question is when you get a new head coach is, are we heading in the right direction? Are we getting better? Because, for example, last year, I use this one all the time. It's a great one. Tennessee, they went 7-6. You ask any Tennessee fan, 7-6, that's a terrible season and that's not acceptable. However, last year, they were okay with it. Why is that? Because they knew they were heading in the right direction. And well, what do you know? This year, it was an example of that was true. This is so simple to me, and I'll explain why. Number one, Deion's a player's coach. He got the #1 recruit in high school football to go to Jackson State, no disrespect, but now with him being at a Power 5 school, Colorado, I mean, the sky's the limit for this guy. Y'all got to understand, the beginning stage was the hardest. Getting recruits to come to Jackson State and building up that program, that was the hard part. Now his resume, he's already built it up. Don't get me wrong, Dion Sanders is going to have to work hard to get recruits, but it's not going to be as hard as what most people think. Why is that? Because like I just said, he has the track record. He now has the approach of Nick Saban. When Nick Saban goes in all these players' houses, it's as simple as, hey, if you want to be a part of the best, you come to Alabama. I know how Deion is. He's having that same approach. Deion's going to say, hey, we would love to have you, but if you don't want to be a part of it, you're missing out. I'll talk about that a little more in just a second. With all that being said, Deion, he's done it again. 4-star running back recruit Dylan Edwards, who was one of the best running backs in the country, he was recently committed to, guess who, Notre Dame. He decommits, and where does he go? Oh, what do you know? To Colorado. It was officially made official, that's a mouthful, about a day ago. Yeah, that's a pretty big pickup for Coach Prime and that staff because in the Pac-12, let's just face the facts, you got to have weapons. Yes, it's good to have great offensive linemen, great defensive linemen, and win in the trenches, but you got to have a great quarterback, great wide receivers, and great running backs. That's what's going to take you to another level. Hold on, though. Check out what Dylan Edwards, the running back who just committed to Colorado, had to say. I know a lot of guys are about to come here. I know a lot of guys are about to flip their commitments. They were all big Power 5 guys with a lot of offers, guys that are 4 and 5 stars. Nobody is safe in this situation recruiting-wise. Coach Deion's plan here is worth coming to look at, and recruits are going to want to do that. Why did I say it like that at the end? Recruits are going to want to do that. You get what I'm trying to say. I'll tell you up front, the Dylan Edwards kid, he's not lying. A bunch of these 4 and 5 stars, yeah, they're considering it, like I've said said multiple times already. Just for the reason alone that these other 4- and 5-star recruits are entertaining the idea of going to Colorado, it goes to show how much has changed. Deion's got Colorado looking like a dang reality TV show at this point. He's now doing food reviews. Everyone knows they have social media following him around 24/7. It's awesome to watch. It's just going to be the same thing at Jackson State. The cameras are going to be wherever he goes. And if you thought Deion Sanders got a lot of media attention at Jackson State, just wait and see what happens next season. He got freaking College Game Day to come to one of his games. What do you think is going to happen at Colorado? It's as simple as this. Deion Sanders is making it popular to go to Colorado. It's reminding me a lot of Oregon around 2008, 2009, 2010, when all these players, they were wanting to go to Oregon. Why is that? Because they had cool uniforms. That's the same vibe I'm getting with Colorado, except for people want to go there because of how much it's blowing up recently. Ladies and gentlemen, what we like to call that, say it with me now, the Deion effect. It doesn't just stop there though, because Deion also picked up 3-star wide receiver Asad Wasim. Just to give you a little context, Asad Wasim in his senior year of 2022 had 73 catches for 1,300 yards and 16 touchdowns. Not too bad. But my point is, and the reason I'm making this video, he's only been there a week. I could continue to talk about this for hours. There's so much going on with Colorado, Deion Sanders, yada, yada, yada. I'm very curious. Let me know your thoughts down below. And you already know, if you like content like this, we'll probably talk about it in a day or two. All right, like I said, let me know your thoughts down below. But